Welcome to the Dance Council of North Texas, a one-of-a-kind dance service organization that promotes and supports dance in North Texas. Since 1973, Dance Council of North Texas has served more than 663,000 through free educational activities, online and print publications, community outreach, and performances. A community-oriented arts organization that nurtures the entire life cycle of dance, from dance experts to those experiencing dance for the first time. Dance Council of North Texas exists to nurture dancers and choreographers, engage dance audiences, and heighten appreciation and support for dance. Dance Council of North Texas has seen unprecedented growth in recent years, reaching over 163,000 people in North Texas annually. Dance Council of North Texas serves close to 5,000 each year through educational programs like Youth Council, Dance Planet, adaptive dance classes and workshops, and DCNT summer scholarships. Over 100 Dallas ISD students engage in free educational experiences taught by premier dance professionals and have the opportunity to perform through the Youth Council program each year. Dance Planet is the largest free dance festival of its kind in the country. Dance Planet hosts over 30 master classes in an extensive array of dance styles to 1,000 dance enthusiasts at any stage and any age of their dance experience. Dance Planet offers inspiring talks with dance professionals, as well as opportunities to perform with 80 other dance groups in dance styles from all over the world. Each year, Dance Council of North Texas awards over $38,000 in scholarships to at least 45 outstanding dance students and one dance educator to attend distinguished summer dance programs and professional development seminars. Dance Council of North Texas scholarship recipients have gone on to dance professionally on Broadway and with celebrated dance companies in the U.S. and abroad. Last year, over 47,000 people attended Dance Council of North Texas events, including Dance Planet, National Tap Dance Celebration, Dance Council Honors, the Vitruvian Salsa Festival, Party at North Park Center, and Dallas Dance Fest. In collaboration with the town of Addison and Salsa Dallas, Dance Council of North Texas produces the Vitruvian Salsa Festival, a free summer salsa celebration bringing together live music, performance, salsa lessons, and dancing to over 39,000 attendees. Each Labor Day weekend, Dance Council of North Texas presents Dallas Dance Fest, a festival of dance excellence that features up to 25 dance companies at Dallas City Performance Hall and culminates with Dance Council Honors that celebrates distinguished leaders from North Texas for their outstanding contributions to dance. Arts columnist Nancy Wozni reminds us that recognition is one of the ways an arts community carries its history forward, and in that capacity, the Dance Council should be commended for doing just that since 1987. Dallas Dance Fest proves such a reminder that a community is made up of institutions, large and small, dancers, choreographers, teachers, students, dance moms, devoted volunteers, dance fans, capable administrators, and leaders. It's clear that the North Texas Dance Village is a strong one, respectful of its past and ready for the future. Dance Council of North Texas, promoting and supporting dance since 1973.
Welcome to Art and Stage Talk Radio. This is Heidi Hardy and
Tracy Jordan with you tonight.
Absolutely. That was a great video.
That was a fantastic video.
It
Play
was.
It again. Play it again.
Well, we probably will. At the end of the show, it really talks a lot about what the Dance Council does. And, of course, Art and Stage Radio, Talk Radio, is put on by the Dance Council of North Texas. We are having so much fun. I decided to switch seats.
Yes, before you all got here, we were playing musical chairs tonight.
We did. But it's kind of a neat view on this side. I like it. Like I was talking to you.
Well,
directly.
if you find my better side over there, let me know. So I haven't been able to find it yet. So.
Both sides are fantastic, Tracy. Well, before we get started, as always, let's go ahead and thank our sponsor,
Hey,
Place.
you know, we are so delighted to be with you here tonight, and we're so delighted that Park Place Volvo helps bring you this program. You know, if you want a car that's perfect for you and your family with plenty of power, outstanding safety, state-of-the-art technology, not to mention dashing good looks, in other words, if you want the total package, and believe me, no car gives it to you like a Volvo, especially when you get it at Park Place. Park Place Volvo is offering the 2017 S60 Inscription for just $389 a month with zero cash due at signing. You know, it's the ultimate luxury sports sedan with incredible handling and comfort, and some of the most beautiful Swedish design this side of Stockholm. Super smooth to drive and super low on fuel consumption with a 4-cylinder turbocharged and supercharged engine. Plus, cool technology like smartphone-controlled engine remote start, advanced Sensus infotainment system, and a built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, all standard. You know, I've often wanted a car that had a hotspot. Park Place is also including the Inscription package on its S60, which ups the ante on style with an 18-inch Titania alloy wheels and modern wood inlays. Like I said, it's the total package, and nothing completes it like a trip to Park Place. It's unlike any other dealership you've ever visited where you'll be treated with respect and personal attention. How personal? Well, they have a one-touch sales process with a single associate who will be with you the whole way. Forget about being handed off. And their service people are just as on top of their game, always greeting you by name and making sure your car gets the expert treatment it deserves, all while you lounge in total luxury with gourmet coffee, free Wi-Fi, flat-screen TVs, even a dedicated kids area. Yes, I knew some of you would appreciate that. So to wrap it up, it's total peace of mind and a totally perfect Volvo experience. That's Park Place. Stop by their Dallas location now or visit parkplace.com to browse current inventory, schedule a test drive, and experience Volvo performance in a dealership.
Fantastic. Yes. Thank you, Park Place. Thank you for being our premier sponsor. We appreciate you and your support of Art and Stage Talk Radio. It's been a lot of fun, and it always feels new when we read the commercials for Park Place. And so I check out that S60. It's a nice.
It's a gorgeous set of wheels.
If you're in the market,
a beautiful set of wheels.
Definitely check out Park Place for sure. So yeah, thank you. We're grateful to our sponsors. We're grateful for a lot of things. And you know, Tracy, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, you know, we've really been fortunate to have some fantastic guests on our show in this studio with us, sitting, having these conversations about art and stage here in the North Texas area. It's pretty amazing.
Well, you know, when we talked about this from the beginning, I thought, what a fantastic opportunity to really reach out to some friends and colleagues and say, hey, here's an opportunity we'd love to share with you to bring your organization and your art form, whatever it may be, to our community in a new way.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is the 21st century, and we are expanding into new technology platforms that the arts need to keep up with as well. You know,
that wonderful point, because this is an on-demand show. If you missed the show or you have to click off, you know, you can go back at any time, and you can definitely go back at watch it on air live.
If you're ever lonely at night, in the middle of night, and think, gee, I'd love to visit with my friends Tracy and Heidi, yes, you can have us on demand.
Absolutely. TheDanceCouncil.org is correct.
That's correct.
That's how to get to it, and it's right there, Art and Stage. And of course, there's all kinds of other wonderful information on the website, so check us out.
But we've had some a cavalcade, if you will, of really fascinating and interesting conversationalists.
Yes,
that also happen to be artists in their own field. Sir Ben Stevenson was our inaugural guest, and Denise, who talked about her dance company.
Danielle Giorgio.
Oh
my goodness, she was so fun, so fantastic. Well, you know, this show is a little bit unique. The topic of this show is that Tracy and I, the more we talk about the show off air, we realize there's a lot of options out there. So tonight, we're going to walk you through some of our favorite options, some research that I've done, and that's on my bucket list for 2017. So we're going to,
and your lips too.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do though is focus this first 30 minutes on what the Dance Council is bringing to North Texas, and so if you don't mind, let's go ahead and go to that first clip, and then we can come back and talk about that.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Here it comes, folks.
Thank you. Welcome back. This is Heidi Hardy
and Tracy Jordan.
Absolutely. Well, that was a short clip, but I was really excited to play that because that event is coming up. Can you tell us what that event is?
Well, I'll tell you what. You know, as I was watching that, I thought, my gosh, we do a lot of stuff.
We do.
Dance Council is pretty busy.
Yeah.
And one of our most interesting events coming up, April 8th and 9th, is Dance Planet. Mm-hmm. And it is the largest free dance event in the country.
Right.
And we have groups from all over North Texas that come to participate. We have master classes. Mm-hmm. We're partnering this year with Dallas Independent School District and presenting it at Booker T. Washington School of Visual and Fine Arts in the Arts District in downtown Dallas. We will be using with them their facilities, their studios, as well as the performance space there at the school, which is a beautiful theater. And if you've never, if you're not a dancer and you've just thought, gee, I'd like to learn more about what's going on in dance here in Dallas, this is your opportunity because you will see the spectrum of dance. From classical ballet to tap to hip hop to modern dance to square dance to, oh my gosh, the list goes on and on. If you can imagine it, it'll probably be there. Mm-hmm. And you'll have an opportunity to see some really interesting purveyors of those forms of dance. And if you're not a dancer, we have classes that you can take during the event. I'm sorry, I quoted you wrong. It's actually not the 8th and 9th, just the 9th, which is a Sunday at Booker T. Washington. And but it's an opportunity if you want to jump in with both feet to try out classes in different forms. I'm going to be teaching a tap class there.
Fantastic.
And it is going to be tap for people who are not trained to tap. And I've had a lot of experience over the years teaching people who are not trained tap dancers or dancers how to tap dance and not look like, they're about to.
Like I did that time. We had a show where I attempted tap dancing. And it's funny because, I think you guys make it look so easy. The dancers that we have here.
Years of practice, folks.
Absolutely. It has to be. It has to be. And you get up there and your brain tells you want to. The body's not always working.
Here's the big secret. And I tell everyone, tap dance, if you can walk, you can tap dance.
Yeah.
Because tap dance, the thing that makes it as natural as walking is the same thing that makes it intimidating to people. They think, I can't do it. It is the constant transition of weight from one foot to another, which is what you do when you walk. You may do it in rhythm. You may do it to a particular rhythm, but that's how we move. And it's just once you get used to that way of moving, it's not difficult.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of fun, I can tell. And Dance Planet. So I'm new to the Dance Council, and I'm so excited to be
and we're so delighted to have you.
Thank you. We just have this exciting year coming, so I'm just brimming with excitement about all the cool stuff that I'm going to be able to experience for the first time. So Dance Planet's one of those.
Right.
And for it to be free and to be, one of the largest, it's pretty exciting. The other thing is we have an entire board on the Dance Council, and they're working hard. We have a lot going on.
They work tirelessly and selflessly.
They do, and one of our board members is on with us right now, Amanda Stone. Hi, Amanda.
Hello there. Are we dancing on the radio?
Not yet, but we're about to. How about you? How's your Valentine's going?
Well, happy Valentine's Day to you as well.
Yes.
It's a lovely day, even though it's not a lovely day outdoors. It's always, and that's the wonderful thing about the theater. You go inside or at the studio, and the lights are always on, and you can create whatever you need. You don't have to depend on
That's right.
Mother Nature
That's right.
to make your day.
Well,
You can do it
Amanda,
all
we
with
were
lights and sound and all that wonderful technical stuff.
Heidi was just asking me, Amanda, about Dance Planet, and I was explaining to her that it is the largest free dance event in the country of its kind. And for folks who may not have any background in dance, and if you're thinking this is something you want to explore, it's a perfect opportunity for you to jump in with both feet.
I remember when Dance Planet first started, the idea was to keep all of the performances short and to the point. So if you didn't like something, you could turn away or close your eyes, and it'd be gone in a minute, and then in a second you would be able to see something else that you really liked.
Quick
so
and merciful,
the variety
as they say.
is wonderful, from ballroom dancing to performances of ballet to tap to folk dance, every kind of dance that there is. And that's, to me, that's one of the strong things about Dance Council, is how Dance Council has had as its mission all along to incorporate and include all forms of dance.
Well, Amanda, tell us a little bit about you. We, like I said, we are gearing up for a wonderful and exciting 2017, and we know you guys are working hard. So you've been with the Dance Council for a little bit.
Although I was not involved at the beginning.
Okay.
I knew some of the people that were, and when I came to Dallas, I was interested to find out what they were doing, and it was at that point it was a service organization, and it just provided services for other events like other festivals. And it was an opportunity as a social group to get together and to talk and to visit. And that was not really something I was interested in. The big change that happened is that the late David Howard, that I had met, was interested. David had as a goal, he wanted to teach in every state in the United States. And I lived in Wyoming at that time, and he said, I've never been to Wyoming. I want to come and do a workshop there. So he could check that list off. And then when I moved to Dallas, he was very interested in coming, and we did this festival in Dallas near Mockingbird and North Central. And we had people from Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Houston, Louisiana. People from all over came because it was so much easier to get to Dallas than it was to go to New York or San Francisco or London or anywhere else.
Sure.
So that it was the beginning of my involvement with Dance Council, and it was a great success and so interesting. It's like a trade show. It's always interesting to meet people who share the same interests that we do.
And you've been doing it with us for a while, and I just love hearing the passion in your voice and all the things that you bring to the table. You could tell you're still in love with dance, and the support that you give to the council is still a big part of what you do. So we can't thank you enough for calling in. But what we're going to do is ask you to hold on with us, and we're going to play another video. What this video is, it's the Vitruvian Salsa Festival.
Yes.
So Amanda, if you can hold on with us, and while we play the video, you can help us talk about that and how people have to go to that event this year. It looks like so much fun.
Well, as they say, you betcha.
All right, cool. We'll be right back. Welcome back.
Hey, hi, Roddy.
Yeah. So what we were able to share with you is an event that the Dance Council, another event that the Dance Council supports and sponsors and puts on, the Vitruvian Salsa Festival. And this video was a lot longer. Amanda, are you still with us?
Absolutely.
Awesome. I watched the videos from beginning to end, and I'm telling you guys, you have to see this festival. People were dancing.
What they don't show you, what we didn't get to see in that video was, it's a live band, and it's for 8 Saturdays during the summer. It's produced in conjunction with the city of Addison and the developers of Vitruvian Park. And they have a beautiful park up there which backs up to a lake. And in the cool of the evening in the summertime with the breeze blowing, they will have a series of different live salsa bands from all over the country, as well as here locally, playing live music. They, during the band breaks, will do exhibitions like that. Different groups, either students or professionals, will perform. But it's another opportunity if you're not a trained dancer,
right,
to come out and there's a lot of families that come, and it's a great way to spend a Saturday night. There's generally several thousand people there that are dancing and just having a whale of a time.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Amanda.
And the thing that's so wonderful about that is it's part of our history. I have always thought that educators have lost track of what happened with the Six Flags of Texas. You could do wonderful things about the history of Texas through dance, because that salsa is such an important part of the Spanish-speaking culture.
Yes.
That is part of our state, whether it's Mexican or Spanish or South American or Central American, wherever it is, and include in that the French dance forms, which evolved into the Baroque music that was so popularized by Bach and other places, other composers, and so to catch a hold of those roots, I think, is like the heartbeat of our state, which makes a big difference of who we are and what we have to offer.
And, I'll tell you something fascinating, too. During the evening, typically Luis, who is the MC for the event, he will say, okay, how many people do we have here from Texas? A bunch of people will shout and raise their hand. How many people do we have here from Mexico? A bunch of people will shout and raise their hand. How many people do we have here from Guatemala and Costa Rica and Colombia and Venezuela? And he keeps calling off names of different Latin-speaking countries, Spanish-speaking countries, and people keep raising their hand and shouting. There is such a conglomeration. I thought, I had no idea we had that many people from that many different places here in Dallas. And they've come from all over just to enjoy that music. They also do free salsa lessons before the band starts playing their first set. And
my husband and I would have a blast because we first of all we do dance. We like to go dancing every now and then, but those lessons are so fun because you don't feel any inhibitions because everybody else is doing it, and it's okay if you miss a step. Everyone else is new at it, so it looks like a wonderful event. And
nobody gives you a grade.
No.
Do.
Thank goodness.
And they have food trucks lined up there, so if you're hungry or thirsty, you can. They've got great food on these food trucks, and it's like a block party.
Possibly a margarita or two you could be found. I'm sure there's all kinds of great.
Several years ago, I met a dance anthropologist. I didn't even know anybody had anthropology as part of a dance curriculum, but there are people who do that, and they track and research dances that have come from different cultures. And one of the things that this particular person taught me, who was from New York State, was that a polka is the most international form of dance. As a participatory dance, not theatrical, but when you participate. And I think that, who would have thunk it, that a polka would, because lots of cultures do polkas, and there are polkas that come from different cultures in our Western Hemisphere.
Absolutely.
Well, you turn on the Spanish radio station and you get Mexican accordion music that you can polka to.
Yes.
The German heritage also.
We should offer dance lessons and accordion lessons as well, right?
Absolutely, especially in the summertime, stuff to do outside is a lot of fun. Well, before I let you go and we move on, because one of the things about this show is we really wanted to share with everyone what we're doing at the Dance Council and how we're bringing more dance to the North Texas area. But we do have one event that, again, I'm new, so wanted to talk a little bit about. It's called the Dance Council of North Texas Adaptive Dance Program. And this sounds like a really important program, and so I wanted to give us an opportunity to talk to our listeners and invite them to learn more about this. If either participatory or sponsorships, there's an opportunity here to be a part of something very special.
Well, it's, in my opinion, something that is new and yet it's old. It's an opportunity for people who have disabilities to move. There are incredible programs that go on to give people who are in wheelchairs an opportunity to move, people who have disabilities in terms of learning, and other kinds of I'm not sure I can remember to say the right words because I want to make sure that we do not discount any of our populations
Right. It says,
but moving different.
Different
it's
abilities.
Like, having the wind in your face.
Right.
It feels different than getting rain in your face. And dance for people who cannot move easily or do not have that capability because of the body that they're in.
Well, and if I can give kind of a I don't know if analogy would be the right word, but an illustration. When I'm in the gym, I do weight training, and but I can never just pump the weights out there. I take a weight training class to music, and there is that music element motivates you to move and to push yourself harder than if you didn't have it. And the adaptive dance programs that we help bring to our ambutorially challenged friends, if I can, that's probably I slaughtered that word. But for folks who need physical therapy, this is a way that they can get that physical therapy, and it gives more motivation. I've taught these classes to seniors in the past myself, and you forget about how much it may hurt if you're having fun.
Absolutely, and music does bring that motivation to people of all different abilities. So it's a program. It sounds like that you guys have put a lot of time and energy in, and it's great for the community. Right.
And, Dance Council of North Texas is the primary resource for adaptive dance in North Texas. So if you're out there thinking, gee, my parents who are elderly, or my friend who has a physical disability or has had an injury that they need that kind of adaptive therapy, you can go to our website, thedancecouncil.org. Yep. And find out more information on how you can access those resources.
Yes. In fact, go to the website right now and check out all the events that are happening. And we have information about Dance Planet. Registration is happening now. The other part of the website that we want to make sure that we emphasize, and Amanda, jump in if you want to help, but we do different things to help the dance community and the art and stage community. And one of those things is we have a wonderful magazine. I have it around here somewhere that features dance. And we have the opportunity, if you have a business and you want to get the eye of a lot of people, this is a magazine that can help do that. So there's advertising opportunity.
It's a terrific advertising vehicle.
We're always open to sponsorship here for the radio show. And if you watch that video at the very beginning about how many thousands of people are benefiting and affected by the Dance Council and their events, it's pretty amazing, a pretty amazing organization. And again, thank you to you both for providing so many outlets to so many people.
Well, we're so grateful to so many friends and members that, as I said, do work tirelessly and very hard for the love of dance to bring this to our community.
Absolutely. So Amanda, do you have a favorite in the year that you wouldn't miss an event?
I just love to go see what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the fun things to do. When one of my favorites is the National Tap Dance Day,
right. Yes.
Which is, I got a telephone call from Congressman John Conyers' office in 1989 saying, we're establishing Bill Bojangles Robinson, who danced with Shirley Temple. We're establishing his birthday as National Tap Dance Day. And we have this goal, and I found out about it at that time. I have a copy of which I'll be happy to give to you of the proclamation from the Congress of the United States declaring a National Tap Dance Day. It is the only dance form that's been recognized by the United States government. Now, we're not going to talk politics, but I've always said that I love that day because Congress finally did something I liked.
There we go. Well, thank you.
and there you go. It's a wonderful event because it goes back to the 1930s when a black man, Bill Robinson, danced with Shirley Temple, a child who was Caucasian, and moved across lines that were not done,
That's right.
maybe still are not done. And it's a wonderful opportunity to recognize something that is so uniquely American.
Yes.
And I've enjoyed being involved with that for several years. And tap has gone down, it's gone up, it's gone sideways, it's done all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
But the rhythm, because tap has the jazz influence in it, is part of our DNA, I think. And it's a fun event to be involved with.
Well, we had Mylana Murphy on, and she was fantastic. And so again, please go to the website, check out all the things that all the events that we have coming up in 2017, and we're able to, with the help of the community, because like you said, Tracy and Amanda, this is not just the Dance Council doing, so many amazing things. That there's when you told me that it was volunteer driven, I almost fell out of my seat. I said, how do you motivate people to do the things that they do on that level? But with the right collaboration, the love for dance, the love for arts, people come together and do some.
Well, and
provide.
If anybody out there listening to us is looking for a way to involve yourself in your community, I can highly recommend it. Amanda got me involved when I came back from Las Vegas 8 years ago, and I had been aware of Dance Council for a long time. But it does so much to bring our community together in so many different ways, and the things that we do are fun.
Yeah.
It's not like what we're doing is a drudge.
It has been amazing fun.
So if you want to help your community and have a blast, it's a great place to be involved.
Yeah. Well, Amanda, we're going to wrap up this part of the show, and then we're going to go into a couple of some of our favorite venues and favorite opportunities to get more art and stage culture.
Well, I
here.
want to plug the scholarship applications
Well, I was
that
gonna
have been
ask you.
received, and we'll talk about them at your convenience, because it's so wonderful to watch and to see and to meet these young dancers between the ages of 13 and 21 who are applying for scholarships to attend summer workshops. And we always hear about all the teenagers who make the wrong decisions, and this is the most heartwarming part of what Dance Council does.
These are
Because these are young people. Their parents know where they are, their parents know what they're doing, and their parents know who they're with. And as kids say, it's awesome.
And we had Ida Saki on via phone. We had a show devoted to some of
Miller.
and Amber, who's they're both recipients of Dance Council scholarships and have gone on to currently being working professionally. And in Ida in New York, and Amber in Russia, of all places.
Yeah. Yep. Well, thank you again, Amanda, for joining. We're going to get you in the studio as soon as it's convenient for you, but we appreciate all your support for the show and being here, helping us talk up and talk about the Dance Council and all the great things going on.
Thank you for your thank you, and you're welcome.
All right.
Thank you,
Well,
Amanda.
enjoy the rest of your love day, and we'll touch base again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye. Okay, wonderful. Well, we got, I think we covered most of the events that are going to happen here in the DFW area. So go to thedancecouncil.org. We are going to take a quick. We have a quick break coming up, and I'm not going to give it away. It's pretty cool. So we'll be right back.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
Stomp, February 14th through 19th. Get your tickets at DallasSummerMusicals.org.
So there it is, folks, starting tonight, opening tonight for 1 week only at the Music Hall, the fantastic show Stomp. If you haven't seen it, You got to catch it. It is a terrific show. If you've got kids that love to beat on drums and beat on trash cans and generally make a racket around the house, this is the show that's right in their wheelhouse, right up their alley, just what they would love. It is, some shows I enjoy, and I think, okay, that was once was enough. I enjoyed it. And that's, I don't need to see it again. There's other shows that I think, boy, I just lost 2 hours of my life. I'll never get back. But This is one of those shows that I could see time and again over and over. In fact, after we finish our show on the radio tonight, I'll be running back over to the music hall to catch opening night. I've got 8 of my family members coming tonight to see it.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's just a terrific show. And this will be about the 5th time I've seen it. And it doesn't get old. Folks, if you've wondered how can you create a concerto of sound with a keychain, a key ring, the keys on your key ring, come see the show and you'll find out. It's amazing what they do and how clever they are at taking different just brooms and things that you find around the house and turning them into percussion instruments.
Yeah.
It's an amazing, fantastic show.
Well, again, what we're trying to do here on this show is talk about and hype up and get people who aren't getting out to see these amazing shows to get out, get it, take their friend, take their spouse, but go on a date and try some of these new art and stage opportunities, experiences. I mean, this is an experience. Like you said, you watch it once. Every time you watch it, it's a new experience.
Look, I'm going to get on my soapbox for a minute.
Okay.
I lived for many years in Las Vegas. That is a place where people come to vacation, come to have fun things to do. And when you talk about vacation destinations, people say Dallas.
Crickets.
And you hear crickets because it's not really it's not really in the forefront of places you think of. Oh, I want to go there as a vacation destination. But you know what? When you talk about places to live, Dallas and Fort Worth and North Texas offer so much, so many different options in terms of entertainment, arts and culture, and quality of life. And it's one of the reasons why we decided, isn't it, Heidi, to do this radio program.
Absolutely.
Because there is just so much to see and do. And to keep on top of all of it, you need a couple of real aficionados to help you find out what's going on.
Future aficionado sitting on the side of the studio. Yeah, no. Jason Wise was here last week.
Director of Programming for the Bass Hall in Fort Worth.
And just very well spoken, did a wonderful job with us, told us all about the Bass Hall. But what I learned from Jason was that we are an entertainment mecca here in DFW. And when that sort of struck me as, wait a minute, for the lay person like me who's thumbing through the magazines or the ads and has this desire to experience these things, where do you start? So I would say Dallas Summer Musicals is a great place to start.
Well, I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot going on this year.
And folks, that's not just because they give me a paycheck. But it really is true. I talk to people at the music hall, that come in from Albuquerque, that come in from Baton Rouge, that come in from Oklahoma. Well, frankly, what else are you going to do in Oklahoma?
I love Oklahoma City.
I love Oklahoma for its own reasons. But honestly, we have people coming into Dallas-Fort Worth area that are traveling hours to get here. I've got friends in Abilene that are season ticket holders that come in to see our shows.
Sure.
There's no reason for you to sit at home with your laptop or your iPad or your tablet when you could. I have a television at home. It's one of the least used items in my house because I'm typically going to see shows almost every night of the week, and I'm not even. I have friends that do that are critics and theater writers, but. There's just so much to see and do.
Well, something that I want to bring to this show as well, because I was invited to go see American in Paris. I can't wait. It's at the Bass Performance Hall.
Saw it last week. You'll love it.
I know. I've seen the previews, and we had that on last week. And I want to be able to come in and be, elated by it, or also give my honest feedback. This wasn't for me, or it's not for everyone. If one of the things that I wanted to bring up today was there's these different venues out there. So it's a little confusing if you are someone who maybe Dallas Summer Musicals is not nearby.
I'll be honest. If you think musicals, ugh,
yeah, some people do.
You know,
You mentioned one place that I looked up tonight, the Casa Manana Theater in Fort Worth, and it's in the Round. Well, they're doing West Side Stories.
Yes, they are.
March 4th through the 12th, and if you haven't, I've seen West Side Stories, and it's one of my favorites. Of course, there's the movie West Side Stories as well, but it's again if you haven't been to a theater in the Round or Casa Manana, because it's very unique, you will drive down University in Fort Worth and you'll see it and say, "What's that?" And it's a lovely, more intimate venue.
It's a great theater. If you've never seen a show in the Round. And Casa Manana used to be in the Round. Now they've reconfigured it, and it's a 3/4 thrust stage.
Okay,
but it still gives you a very intimate, up close feel to the action that's happening on the stage. And if you've never, it's a fascinating building constructed. You can't miss it on Lancaster over there in West Fort Worth with the geodesic dome.
Yes,
that big silver dome.
Yes,
but just we were calling this program "Did You Know?"
Yeah,
just a sampling of things going on just this week. Did you know the Bishop's Arts Center over in Oak Cliff?
I have that down.
It is one of the best music venues that you will find.
Yes.
It seats about 300. It's a restored movie house that was built back in the 50s. They completely gutted it and have remained true to its original decor and architecture. But you can check out their website, the Kessler Theater, and they have a variety of acts in there throughout the month. If any of you remember from the old days here in Dallas, the Taboo Room, Strictly Taboo, a wonderful place over in the Oak Lawn area. You could get great Italian food, and they had different music acts in there every night of the month. And sadly, I came back from Las Vegas and it was gone, to my horror.
Yeah.
And but happy to say that there are other venues that have stepped up to take its place. And they're really doing a lot of great things and bringing in some surprisingly national acts over at the Kessler. And that's just one of the music venues here in town.
Well, I just want to. I want to. This sounded so interesting at the Bishop Arts Theater Center, and I don't have. Unfortunately, I don't have the information specifically, but there's it's called Down for the Count Short Play Festival coming up, and it's a platform for female voices in American theater, and so it's an opportunity to try something. Short plays. I mean, a festival of short plays. That might be a lot of fun. So definitely check out what's going on at the Bishop Arts Center.
And if you're thinking musical theater, blech. If you're thinking Kessler Theater, blech. We've got more for you, folks. Did you know? If you're interested in modern art, Heidi, you've got something from the Modern Art Museum in Fort Worth as well on your list.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, there's every first Friday is they bring in a band or a performers, and I believe this coming up is a guitarist. But check them out. It's the Modern Art Museum of Fort Worth. It's on 3200 Darnell Street. It's very cool. You have a glass of tea or a glass of wine, whatever your preference is, and then nice art venue, and you can look at the art, and you can visit with people. It's a lot of fun,
and drink
and have a glass of wine or two. I'm just saying, it's a great adult date or bring a friend night.
And you know what they say: if you don't like the music, have another drink. It'll sound much better.
Well, we are getting, all of a sudden, it's like the end of the show. I have so much to say. But let's go ahead and wrap it up and let people know that there's a lot of choices here. I wanted to make sure to mention that there's a lot of opera houses here. There's a lot of opera.
Yes, both the Dallas Opera and the Fort Worth Opera Society are getting cranked up for their seasons again. And if your tastes go in that direction, you're going to have some wonderful choices this season in both locations. If you've never gone to see an opera before, the work that's done here on the stage at the Winspear Opera House and over in Fort Worth is truly national and international artists performing for you, and the scale of those productions is huge, and just it's quite a spectacle.
Well, so my first opera, I just knew I was going to sit there and be confused by the Italian language, and I wouldn't get it, and I bawled my eyes out. It was Madame Butterfly.
Uh-huh.
It was so amazingly beautiful. It's that feeling that you're doing something very special. So catch one of the opera houses.
And don't worry, folks, they have subtitles.
they actually do. But after a while, you don't even need them because you can tell what's going on. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is there's art festivals. So Art and Stage is not just about dance. Obviously,
Clearly.
It's definitely a part of what we do. But we want to make sure that artists of all kinds are being exposed and getting the opportunity to find new people and
for people to find them.
Absolutely. So there's art festivals happening here locally. There's a Deep Ellum Art Festival, and my favorite, the Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's my favorite because there's always quirky artists out there that do some neat things with metal and all kinds of different types of materials. And I just love perusing and walking up and down the street and seeing the amazing work brought to our metropolitan area.
Yeah, and if you haven't been down to Deep Ellum, check them out. It's beginning to have a real New Orleans feel down there.
It is,
very bohemian.
I love it. Yes,
and you just see a lot of really neat off the wall stuff.
Yes, and I love New Orleans. Well, the last thing, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention Theater Arlington. It's a lovely theater.
Being the Arlington denizen that you are.
Yes, I love Arlington, and they have School of Rock coming up on February 17th and through March 5th. I guess that's playing now, or about to. And then Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird in April. So two, of my favorites, and, I'm sure amazing opportunities to. It doesn't have to be a Broadway show. That's the message, guys. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to get dressed up just like last week. We were talking with Jason. Jason said, leave your fancy clothes at home. Put on what's comfortable for you. Buy the ticket and experience art at its best, because this is one of the best places in the world to experience art.
That's
in the
right.
Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area. We're very lucky. So in closing, what would you like to say, Mr. Jordan?
Get out there, buy a ticket, go see a show, go hear a band, go have fun, and look for us. If you see us while you're out there, come up to us and say, hey, we're here because we heard about this on your show.
Absolutely.